Is this the worst cookie ever? Well, let's make them and figure it out. The recipe from my childhood is simple and straightforward and begins with the melting of 2 squares of chocolate. And of course, my mom never had 2 squares of chocolate, and neither do I. So it's a half a cup of cocoa with a half a cup plus 1 tablespoon of butter, as her notes indicate. While the butter always melts nicely, the sugar has to be coaxed a bit to make a nice shiny concoction, and honestly, I could just stop here. But the point is to recreate the recipe right from childhood, so in goes the wet ingredients, 1 egg mixed with a cup of sweet milk, and stir that into the batter. Now here I added a little bit of vanilla and a pinch of salt, which was conspicuously missing from the list of ingredients, but that's 1948, so let's keep going. I mixed up the flour with the soda and added it into the wet ingredients, and I think you see here where these cookies have their flaw. This is not a cake batter, and it's certainly not a brownie batter. It's quite thick and very dry. I used my mom's notes because for some reason the instructions said to bake these somewhere between 375 and 400 degrees. No, 375 degrees for exactly 10 minutes, no more. And you get this bizarre looking cookie that doesn't seem to have any picturesque value to it. And this was one of the reasons it was hard to take these in a packed lunch to school. Yes, it looks like a turd. While powdered sugar is a great answer, it just makes these cookies messier and a bit more dry than they already are. No, they don't store well in a container. I gave one to my 9-year-old, and this kid loves chocolate, but later I found the remnants of the cookie on the floor in his bedroom. Not a resounding upvote to make more of them. So what's the problem? They are not a cookie, they are not cake, and they are not brownies. They need to be just fudgy, moist, and chewy, and the recipe just doesn't do it. They are, as I remember, a disappointment, especially when making chocolate chip cookies is just as easy to do. Why even make these instead? And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, probably the worst cookie ever.